One of the fantastic things about this industry is it's disruptive. It's always moving to the cutting edge, ahead of the curve. It's in some ways the Uber of health.
What is going on around digital therapeutics? What does that mean? How's that impacting how we're thinking about health?
It's really a new category of medicine. So we're looking at software-driven technologies that are delivering a direct intervention, a clinical grade intervention to a patient. And that intervention has to make the claim to prevent, manage, or treat a medical disease or disorder.
So at Pear, we focus on prescription digital therapeutics. We are always looking to work with patients that have a diagnosed disease, and then we're looking to actually treat the disease.
We got into this space because initially we realized that for diabetes in particular, we needed to think about additional technologies and connected devices to help patients better manage diabetes. It's clear that through behavior change, through education, through engagement, and making the right choices, that you can actually take steps to improve how you manage your disease.
All digital therapeutics must do a full randomized controlled trial, very similar to the way that drugs do. So we're looking at evidence-based medicine here.
We start with clinical relevance in whatever therapeutic area we're seeking to approach. So that's talking to physicians, talking to patients, and understanding what's the gold standard metric that physicians are managing their patients to. And then we work backward from there and say, okay, how do you need to design that trial to really provide compelling evidence to that physician community and that patient community that you're generating a statistically significant and clinically significant impact on that disease metric. Many aspects that drive clinical trial costs upward are kind of taken out of the equation when you run these studies in the digital realm. And we do, in fact, see costs are running about 1/3 of the cost per patient that we would typically see relative to drug trials in the same therapeutic area.
There's a passion in this industry that I love right now. We're all realizing that we're doing something new. It's innovative, it's different, it's exciting. There's something that you could be delivering to a patient that could forever change the way that healthcare is delivered.
Being able to work with tech people and say, you're going to solve problems that have a huge life-changing positive impact on the patients that we serve, that really motivates people, that really draws people into our space and our company. The prescription route is going to be more conventional, more legible way to go. It ties the revenue specifically to the benefit of the patient that's receiving that benefit, and we think that that's the way to get physicians' attention and drive usage, engagement, and uptake.
The business model innovation is almost just as important in this space, and we have seen companies succeed and fail because of the business model as opposed to the technology.
Once you start to see more digital health products, whether they're therapeutics or otherwise, get added to formularies, you're going to start to see other business models start to be created. We are very early in this industry. There are a number of players who have been in this for quite a long time. But as these things start to happen, that I think could actually drive significant change in the industry and open up areas we didn't know about.
I think we're still in, frankly, early days to figure out who's willing to pay and how long are they willing to pay for and what kind of outcomes are they expecting. IP is the one area that is the stickiest. So people might think that in this tech space, IP doesn't matter. It does matter. You have to be thoughtful about the data, the modeling, the algorithms, the experience. All of that is potentially patentable. Be thoughtful about what's most important to you and how you think about using that as a way to either protect your investment, protect your business model, etc. Now, all of that said, in this space, oftentimes I hear speed is more important than the patents because in technology, it's a lower bar to kind of innovate around. So the faster you move, the faster you improve upon your product and your solution. That sometimes can be a larger competitive barrier than the patents themselves. But for sure, we spend a lot of time and energy on patents. In terms of the types of investors, we've seen two types of investors, and certainly the ones that we interface with They are the tech classical investors who are catching on to the life sciences space, and then they're the classical life sciences investors who realize that there's something going on the digital side of things. They both bring very different perspectives and competencies and experience to the space, and also their biases towards what makes a good investment or not, what makes a good team or not. And some of the greatest or the strongest startups that we've interfaced with are ones that are actually able to attract both, because you need the tech investor to help advise you on product development, to bring in investment on that side, as well as the life sciences investor to help you navigate the clinical regulatory space, as well as potentially think about go-to-market and innovating on the go-to-market space.